Right, so hey you guys, we are alive. It's summer and we are still gardening and everything, but I do have a bigger announcement to make for you guys, and that is that we're having another baby. So we are getting through the first trimester now. It's been a very difficult first trimester for me, unlike it was with my son. Well, you ladies know, if you've had a difficult first trimester, you know how it can be. So it's been in the pain in the butt. My husband's been doing most of the tending of the garden for me, especially between having trouble getting out here and then the heat waves that we've had come in have made it much, much more difficult. So he's been taking care of a lot for me, letting me kind of stay in where it's cooler, take care of my son and the house and all that kind of stuff. But over the past about week and a half or so, everything's been leveling out a little bit, which is really nice. I have good days and bad days, but have been feeling a bit better. So I did want to get out here and let you guys know what's going on, share that amazing news with you guys, and then I'm going to take you around and just show you a little bit of how everything's been progressing over the past month or so that I haven't talked to you guys. So thanks for joining on this, and I'll bring you around. So right now we're over in the new garden that we made this year, and this is one of 7 monster zucchini plants that we have around. They're doing really well in this section over here. I have 2 of the 7 in the other garden that aren't as big. I don't know if you can see down there or not. We are starting to get zucchinis off of these, which is wonderful. There's a couple small ones around. And then right next to that here, this is one small section of potatoes. The potatoes are kind of scattered around where there is room. And then we have a big row over here of all potatoes. These are our yellow potatoes, and we have in the other garden a section of red potatoes and a section of purple potatoes. I'm growing purple potatoes for the first time this year. And right in there are, I don't know if you can see it in the shadows, tomatoes. They're green, but tomatoes are coming in. This whole patch that looks like a mess here is a row of tomatoes that we didn't cage, and these are the biggest and bushiest tomato plants I have ever produced before. They are loving it over here. It is literally a row of 5 tomato plants that have just taken up this entire area here. This is literally all tomato plant. It is ridiculous. So it's gonna be fun to get in here and harvest them, but we're just letting them do their thing. I wasn't able to get out here and build new cages and put them up, so we're just kind of letting them go, and they're happy and doing well. This is only one of many, many sections of tomato plants that we have going right now. Our pepper plants are coming along, still very small, but they're coming, and our pepper plants always seem to be very small at this time of year. They blow up a little bit more when we start to get the end of summer and fall. So we've got some banana peppers, we've got some hot peppers, we've got some green peppers, all kinds of good stuff. As we're walking over to the other garden, I will let you guys know, because I know some of you were curious about what was happening with the broccoli. The broccoli, I definitely agree with some of you who commented that it was cutworms that were getting at those broccoli plants, but I used a diatomaceous earth, and that seemed to take care of them. The broccoli plants did blow up. I did use insect netting over them like I said I was going to this year, which helped a bit. It didn't completely get rid of the cabbage worms, but it did help. And I did do my broccoli harvest. Not a huge one, but we got, say, somewhere a little under 3 pounds or so of broccoli off of those plants, which was really good. And then we have a couple side shoots out there that I'm still gonna pull off of those guys. This here is that pumpkin patch that we had, which is doing beautifully. Totally took over. We've got lots and lots of pumpkins coming in. We have had a woodchuck sneaking around eating the leaves that are out here and scattered into the lawn, but not doing too much damage to it. And there are plenty of pumpkins coming in around here. Like this guy, I was going to say, I knew there was a bigger one over here. I don't know if you can see him there. Nice big green pumpkin there. There's lots all through the middle that I can see in there. I know you can't really see on here because of the shadows, but a ton of them coming in, which is awesome. And this is the Long Island cheese pumpkins that we had. Unfortunately, the ones that we had in the pots over there kind of slowly died off. They're barely still alive. They were doing really well until we had the heat waves come in. And I think between being stressed out from being in the pot and not having enough nutrients and how incredibly hot it was, they just were unhappy and did not do well. This is our carrot raised bed. Not as many came in as I hoped, but I'm on the optimistic side and I'm happy with how many of them did come in. That's all carrots. So that's wonderful. So we'll get at least quite a few out of here. I'm not really happy with the soil combinations that I put in these beds because my radishes and beets didn't do a thing. Some of the radishes grew. They went directly to seed. The beets didn't do a thing. Really not happy about the soil combination that I put in here. But the onions did really well. And these guys are about ready to harvest. You can see all the yellowing tips on there. And I had a few of the yellow onions that did not come in that I actually pulled them up out of the ground and replaced them with new ones that did grow in. And you got a big monster here. It's doing well. I've got some weeding to do on the strawberry raised beds, but these have done wonderfully. They're about done at this point, but we've been harvesting tons of strawberries. Not enough to do any preserving because this is these plants' first year, but we did get enough that we were having strawberry French toast and just eating them fresh and that kind of thing, which was delicious to have. Some more of our tomato plants, another section that we have here, and these are the Hungarian hearts that produce those massive tomatoes, like you can see. One of them right here that's still green, and if you can tell by, can't really get in there to show you, but the size of my fingers next to that tomato. Massive peas tomatoes. Came and went, but we did get quite a few nice harvests off of there. There's still a few peas out here that I can grab or seed save from. And as you can see, the soil over here still needs a lot of amending. They do not have the nutrients to grow as well as I'd like them to. We did get quite a bit off of it. Behind them, you can see our cucumbers are also starting to go. I'm trying to get them to climb up this trellis here. But they're growing well, and we've got flowers. We've got, one that's almost ready to harvest. A couple more days on that. Got quite a few little cucumbers starting to come in. Oh, here we go. First cucumber to harvest. Absolutely ready. We will be having that for lunch. Yay! First cucumber! I was looking at these guys 2 days ago, and this guy was still really small, so he blew up over these past 2 days. And I can see on our other row of cucumbers, got quite a few over there that still need a couple more days before harvesting. But they're coming along. Oh, I'm really excited now. Yay! First fresh cucumber. Here we have our climbing French beans, which are climbing. They're still going, though. They're just starting to get some flowers on them, which is wonderful. So hopefully we'll have some eventually. Those extra broccoli that I planted that are behind there, as you can see, got eaten alive. So those aren't working out too well. And then we have the purple potted poles behind there, which aren't doing as well as the climbing French, but they're going. They're trying. Otherwise, things are going really well. The garlic is going to be harvested this week, which I'll show you guys that when we do it. I did do the spinach harvest already. We were plucking it as we went, as long as we could, until it kept trying to flower. And then I finally harvested it all. Fresh spinach for a while with that good stuff. Butternut squash is starting to climb and grow. It's only got some flowers on it so far. Not producing any fruit yet. Otherwise, everything else is going really well, so I appreciate your guys' patience with me on that. I'm sorry that I didn't make a video, but I wasn't getting outside to tend the garden, never mind to make videos and that kind of thing. So, but glad things are starting to look up, and we have this whole pregnancy to look forward to, and the rest of summer, and all that good stuff. So I appreciate all of your guys' support. Otherwise, I hope that all of your gardens are doing wonderfully and that you're enjoying your summer. I will see you all on the next one. I love you all. God bless, and bye-bye.